This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget. This is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? We greatly appreciate it. Come on in. Happy holidays to everyone. This channel is for collectors and movie lovers of all types. Doesn't matter what your format is, 4K, 3D, Blu-ray, VHS, doesn't matter. Same with the genre, drama, action, horror, sci-fi, documentaries. You guys are all welcome here. This week takes me to a thrift store in Ruskin. Found some great pickups. I have a rare out-of-print Rutger Hauer Kino Lorber print. Also, Disney Movie Club out-of-print 3D collection pick, as well as my classic pick for the week. But before I get into what I picked up in the thrift store online that own I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these rare, weird individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I watched either on the Fire Stick, physical media, or on the theater with my family. And real quick, you see me at the car lot. If you're familiar with the channel, last month got into a car accident, ended up totaling my car, so I'm here looking for a car. Stick around to the end, you see what I actually purchased. But back to the movies. My first pick is a 2024 action film. This was directed by George Wang, written by George Wang and Luc Besson, produced by Luc Besson and Virgin Besson Celia, who I'm guessing may be his daughter. This stars Luke Evans, Wei Lun Mei, and Sung Kang. You might recognize the name Sung Kang from the Fast and the Furious. And the plot behind this, you have a DEA agent who goes undercover at a Chinese restaurant in Minneapolis to gather evidence of a drug trafficking by a billionaire and disguised seafood merchant named Quang. Is forced to break cover due to a mistake by his colleague, rendering half a year of his undercover work in vain. However, he receives an email from an anonymous informant in Taipei who claims to possess the ledger of Quang's enterprises. And if you're familiar with Luc Besson, he did like District 13. I believe he did is it The Bricks with the guy from Fast and Furious, though, but he does really fast action-packed movies, and this is exactly what this is. And how Luc Besson is a little bit different than directors like John Woo, Antoine Fuqua. They both have great action scenes, great fight scenes, great gunplay, but Luc Besson kind of has a more tongue-in-cheek humor to his action and his fight scenes, though. So if you like fast car scenes, great gun action scenes, you'll definitely like Weekend in Taipei. My next pick is a Christmas pick. This is the 1990 action thriller film Die Hard 2. This is directed by Rennie Harlin, produced by Joel Silver, written by Doug Richardson. Stars Bruce Willis, Bonnie Bedelia, William Atherton, Reginald VelJohnson, and Frank Nero. If the name Frank Nero sounds familiar to you, he's one of the original actors who played Django. But the plot behind this, if you're not familiar with Die Hard or the Die Hard franchise, and off cop duty, John McClane is gripped with a feeling of deja vu when on a snowy Christmas Eve in the nation's capital, terrorists seize a major international airport, holding thousands of holiday travelers hostages. Renegade military commandos led by a murderous rogue officer plot to rescue a drug lord from justice and prepared for every contingency except one, McClane's smart-mouthed heroics. And this isn't quite as good as the first one, though, but still a lot of action, a lot of Bruce Willis, and a lot of really tongue-in-cheek one-liners. Again, if you like Bruce Willis, if you, of course, like the Die Hard franchise, if you're not familiar with the Die Hard franchise, definitely watch the first one, and I think that'll definitely attract you to the rest of the franchise. 1990s Die Hard 2. My next film is a 2015 comedy, The Night Before. This was directed by Jonathan Levine, produced by Nathan Cahan, written by Evan Goldberg. This stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, Anthony Mackie, Gillian Bell, Lizzie Kaplan. You also have a couple cameos with Cindy Kalin and Michael Shannon. The plot behind this: in New York City, for their annual tradition of Christmas Eve debauchery, three lifelong best friends set out to find the holy grail of Christmas parties, since their yearly reunion might be coming to an end. And it's a comedy movie, it's a Christmas movie. The only thing is, you have three main actors, Anthony Mackie, Seth Rogen, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who aren't necessarily comedians. Seth Rogen, yeah, he's more on the goofy side. So the comedy, it does have its moments. Fall flats a lot of times. The shining star of the movie is actually Michael Shannon. I love Michael Shannon. He has this really bizarre role as Mr. Green. I'm not going to spoil it for you though, but for me, he pulled it out. The rest of the movie, a little corny, jokes a little bit flat. Seth Rogen and James Franco have a very interesting relationship. James Franco has a minor part in here. They have a very interesting relationship. I don't know how deep that goes, but if you like Christmas movies, you like kind of silly, sophomore humor, but especially if you like Michael Shannon, definitely check out The Night Before. And my last film, another Christmas film. This is a 2024 American Christmas film, Red One. It's directed by Jake Kasdan, screenplay by Chris Morgan, story by Hiram Garcia, produced by Hiram Garcia, Dwayne Johnson, and Danny Garcia, starring Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu, and J.K. Simmons. The plot behind this: you have Mora, M-O-R-A. This is a mythological oversight and restoration authority. It is a clandestine, multilateral military organization that oversees and protects a secret peace treaty between mythological creatures and humanity. Callum Drift, Command Drift, ELF, Enforcement, Logistics, and Fortification, head of Santa Claus security detail, requests to retire after one Christmas run, as he has become disillusioned with the increased naughty behavior in the world, exemplified by the growth of Santa's naughty list. And this really flopped in the theaters. I think the reason why it flopped, just my opinion, is how they marketed it. I think they marketed it as kind of a Christmas movie for adults. I think if they had marketed more for children under maybe around 9 or 10, and if maybe they actually released the movie closer to Christmas, like a week or two before, maybe would have done better. It's a fun movie. It's a kid's movie. If I were a little kid and I still believe in Santa Claus, it would kind of like make perfect sense how Santa can actually go across the world and deliver all the presents. It does, toward the end, have a little dark part to it, which might scare small children, so maybe that's why they didn't necessarily cater to children though. But other than that, it was fun. Some little CGI sprinkled in, not too much though. The Rock is a Rock. I think maybe Chris Evans' part maybe could be played by someone else, maybe an actual comedian. Maybe that would add a little bit more punch to the movie. He and The Rock don't have the same kind of chemistry as The Rock and, for example, someone like Kevin Hart. When you have a straight man, I think you need a funny man. I don't think Chris Evans was that great of a funny man. So maybe that's one of the reasons why it didn't do as well as it should have. But my personal opinion, it wasn't marketed very well. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink of a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video.
We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my Goodwill pickups here. Have my out of print Kino Lorber Disney Movie Club. Have my classic pick, my 3D pick. So have some bangers in here. Let me get these scanned in. Stick around to the end. I'll get you good people on your way. Hold on. I'm just going to jump into what I picked up at Goodwill. And the thing I like about this specific Goodwill, this is out in Ruskin, Florida. Everything is $2.98 or $3. Doesn't matter if it's DVD or Blu-ray, so I prefer that to the local one closest to me. But this is Jet Li's Hitman. Don't know if this is one of his other movies under a different name. I know he had a movie, I think, Counter Killer or something like that. I'm wondering if this one didn't have a barcode. I couldn't really find it in, so I'll check it out when I pop it in though. Hitman. Next one, this is a music video, which is really kind of funny. As I'm setting this up, my son is actually in the other room, asleep, watching R. Kelly watching Dave Chappelle do his R. Kelly skit on the old Dave Chappelle show. But this is R. Kelly's live the Light It Up tour. And you have the Blu-ray. And no, I'm not condoning any kind of fooling around with little kids, so, but brother can sing though. R. Kelly. And by the way, I have no idea who is a distributor for this. MEIAH Laser Disc Company Limited, Multimedia Division. Okay. And the distributor for this is Image Entertainment. Next, very funny comedian, Cedric the Entertainer. I have several of these platinum comedy series, so it seems like there's fewer and fewer comedians or stand-up comedians I actually find funny, but he is one of them. So definitely, I'm pretty sure I've probably seen this before, but looking forward to watching it again. And this is a platinum comedy series, and this is an Urban Works distribution. Oh, I guess it's just not Cedric, it's some other comedians on here also. So I guess he's the headliner, and there's some other comedians. He looks familiar. Cedric the Entertainer. On the same vein as comedy stand-ups, you have Ari Spears, Kevin Hart, Tommy Davidson, Cedric. Not sure if that's Dion or not. It must be, I don't know. I'm not sure who that guy is. It's one of the Shaquille O'Neal's comedy specials. The Vivendi release. Have the slip cover here. And have the DVD. All-Star Comedy Jam. Get some ha-has and hee-hees in there. One of the most outstanding voices ever, Luther Vandross. Never got a chance to see him live. However, I did have tickets when I was living back in Michigan, which I gave to my mom at the time. I think she went with one of her girlfriends, though. But just love to hear Luther. Just velvety butter voice. See any of these I know. Olivia and I used to be a fan of The Clash a little bit. Got Lauryn Hill, Michael. I think I have those 3 videos there. Billy Idol. I have that one right there. Billy Idol. I got it at the pawn shop. Nas. I don't think I had that, but I wouldn't mind grabbing that one. Pink Floyd. I don't have that, but I wouldn't mind having that. I have the 2 Sades right there. Let's see. I think that's about it. Let's see what's on the flip side here. Luther. Luther. Steve Ray Vaughan. I don't mind having that. Exhibit. Oh, I definitely want to get that. Exhibit. But this is a Sony release. Luther Vandross. There's the backside. Show some of that glare. An Evening of Songs at Royal Albert Hall. What's great about artists like Luther, their live performances are sometimes better than their studio stuff. So, Luther Vandross. Now to some movies now. I actually saw this. I actually watched this. This was a Redbox rental. Somehow those rentals end up becoming bootleg DVDs in my collection. Don't know how they got there. They just popped in there somehow. So glad to upgrade this. Interesting story. Starts out very engaging and it kind of lulls in the middle, but has an interesting ending. The Last 7. And this is a VER release. VER release. The Last 7. Next, a movie which wonder if this will get a Blu-ray release, maybe Vinegar Syndrome, maybe Kino. This is Less Than Zero. Andrew McCarthy, Jamie Gertz, and Robert Downey Jr. This was way before he was Iron Man, and this is when he used to have those little, let's say, wild snow-like weekends, I'll put it that way. Matter of fact, ends up in some very compromising positions in this movie. I'm just wondering how much of this movie is actually he pulled from his own personal experiences, though. But very good movie. Haven't seen this in a while. I don't think there's a Blu-ray release of this. If there is, please leave it in the comments. 20th Century Fox, Less Than Zero. Only Blu-ray I pulled from the pawn shop, and again, they're all $3. Love, Simon. This is a coming-of-age story, I guess, with a young gay man trying to come out. The 20th Century Fox release. Simon. I haven't seen that. And this is everything that I picked up at Goodwill. And let's see, what did I end up paying total for this? Let's see, all that, $24, so not a bad pick. My Kino Lover pick for the week, Rutger Hauer, Wanted Dead or Alive. Cool 80s kind of bounty hunter slash, he's a bounty hunter, but it's the same kind of level of the PI personal investigators, that type of movie though, but cool mid-80s type of suspense thriller. Rutger Hauer, Wanted Dead or Alive. My out-of-print Disney from the Disney Movie Club, Treasure Island. Again, I've said this several times. If you're not familiar, Disney Movie Club has been defunct. I think Sony has all the rights to their movies now. So I don't know if these movies will be re-released on 4K or just re-released, period, or if they're just going to go in the archives and be there for another 50 years. I have no idea. So if you can get these at a decent price, I highly recommend get them before they're gone or before they're, I think these are already highest draft booty at the price though, but I haven't watched this in years. Can't wait to get back into this. Treasure Island. Next, my classic pick for the week is the double feature, Martin Short with Annette O'Toole, and also Martin Short with Lethal Weapon guy Danny Glover, Pure Luck. Haven't seen either one of these in years, so looking forward to get back into these. It's a Mill Creek double feature. I love Mill Creek. They keep it simple, keep the price reasonable, so if you want that Blu-ray, and they do a good reproduction or upgrade from the DVD. So Cross My Heart and Pure Luck. And my 3D pick is a blind pick, Templar Ritter, which I think goes for under a different name. And I believe this is where this guy goes back in time. So Who distributes these? With these imports, there's no telling who distributes these. And I still don't know. An IFC holding production, I guess. But this is my pickup for the week. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the disc from the artwork. Some of these might actually make the shelves. Give me a minute to get these situated and get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have everything scanned into my CLZ, almost everything. I didn't get that scanned in, so I'll probably put that in manually. But everything else scanned in my CLZ Movies app. C as in Cedric the Entertainer, L as in Love Simon, Z as in Zulu Dawn. Let's knock this out. Everything scanned in, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made it this far, smash the like, give me the big thumbs up. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Deuces.